everyone and welcome to my craft room. I'm Leo from inkymemories.co.uk, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in South Wales, and today on this Tip Tuesday video we're going to be looking at dies, how to sort of look after them and care for them to make sure that they keep working for you for a really long time. Obviously dies are quite a big investment along with your die cutting machines. You want to make sure that you look after them carefully and get the most out of them. So I have a brand new set of dies here, the curvy dies. Now this is a pre-release product from the next catalogue that is actually for January to June next year. Now this is releasing today, the 3rd of November, and is part of a bit of a bundle. So the curvy dies and the quite curvy stamp set are the products that are releasing from the next catalogue. This will be available in the January to June catalogue, but it is available now as sort of a pre-release teaser product coming from that catalogue. So these work really gorgeously together. You can see there's lots of curvy sentiments and pieces in here. Now as part of this pre-release, Stampin' Up have also put another couple of products with this. So to go along with this, we also have the curvy Christmas stamp set. So as you can see, there's a couple of sort of Christmassy images and sentiments in here and a few little Christmassy icons as well. The curvy Christmas stamp set is only available from today up until the catalogue launches on January the 4th. So if you do want to get hold of this, make sure that you do get it soon. The other product that's coming in this bundle is this stack of classic Christmas designer series paper, which is really gorgeous. It comes in 3 colours. I'll just pop this out for you here. So it comes in, like I said, the 3 colours. So you've got crumb cake, I believe this is garden green, no, shaded spruce and cherry cobbler. And there's lots of different festive designs in this stack. Lots and lots of sheets. As you can see, there's a huge amount of paper in this stack. And again, this is limited edition and only available until the catalogue launches in January. You can get this all as a bundle with a discount. So definitely, if this is something that you're interested in, have a look at the link in the description below where there'll be more information about these products. But today we are focusing specifically on the dies and looking after them. So your Stampin' Cut Emboss dies come in these plastic wallets, which you just open at the back. And you'll always have this cardboard insert in here that tells you the name of the dies and how many dies are in the pack. And once you open it up, you'll have a backing sheet of cardboard like this with your dies attached using double-sided sellotape. Now the first tip that I would always do with this is in terms of removing the dies from this backing paper. Some of the dies are quite thin, and especially you can see these are a little bit thinner. They are made out of a fairly soft, pliable metal, so you don't really want to pull them too much or stress them when you're taking them off the backing paper. So I would always recommend, the first tip for this is that when you're taking your dies off the backing paper, turn it over and peel the backing paper away from the dies rather than peeling the dies away from the paper. So I'm just going to pull this carefully to get those off, and then I've got just the little ones left. So again, I'm going to pop this over. Just gently peel these away from the double-sided tape on here. Just making sure that I don't stress or bend the dies as I'm pulling them away. Okay, so that's all of our dies taken off the backing paper. Now I'm going to use this as a template. So what I like to do is to mount my dies onto magnetic sheets. Now I actually get these from eBay. I'll pop a link in the description below to something similar. These are just A4 sheets of magnet, and that's my dog Ruby coming in, just in case you can hear her claws clacking on the floor there. So what I'm going to do is just cut out a piece of this magnetic sheet the same size as the backing paper or cardboard, sorry, that the dies come on, just so I can use this then for storing my dies going forward. So I'm just going to very quickly cut this out using a standard pair of scissors. Okay, so there is my piece of magnet sheet, the same size as the insert sheet that my dies were all attached to. So I can now get rid of this. I don't want to use that anymore. And the next thing I'm going to do is just make sure there are no sticky residue left on my dies from the sort of double-sided tape that was on that backing paper. So I have here a bottle of rubbing alcohol. This is 70%, so nothing too strong, I should say, and just a standard cotton pad. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of this rubbing alcohol onto the cotton pad, and then just very gently rub this over the back of my dies where they were attached, just to make sure that any of that sticky residue from that double-sided tape has been removed. There we go, that's my dies. So I've peeled them off carefully to make sure I don't bend them. I've cleaned off any tacky sort of residue that is left on the back of the dies from the double-sided tape. Now I want to try and make sure that I keep track of all of the dies in this bundle and don't lose any. So what I've done, taking my label maker, so I just have a really simple label maker machine here, I've printed myself a little slip. So this just tells me the name of the dies and how many dies are in this pack, which you can also find on here. It says at the quantity towards the bottom. And all I'm going to do is just pop this onto my magnetic sheet, so that I can see at a glance that I have all of my dies every time I go to put this away. And if I have more than one pack of dies open, just in case, I can always make sure that I am putting the right set into the right pack. The next thing to do then, to put these away, is simply to add these onto my magnetic sheet. Now, as it is magnetic, of course these are going to sit really nicely on here, and it just helps to keep them stored nice and safely. They're not rattling around in the packet, they're not sort of going to get loose at all or fall out, and they won't sort of injure each other or damage themselves by rattling around too much. There we go, that is all of my dies safely stored on there, and this is a really simple way of storing your dies. Now the last thing that I would recommend when it comes to maintaining your dies and looking after them, what you'll notice on most of the Stampin' Emboss dies is that they have this series of holes on the back. Now these are ejection holes that are specifically designed to help you get the paper out of your dies. So the cut piece, if you very gently poke through these, and for this I would recommend the take a pick tool using the pointy end, and you can literally just gently poke through these holes to free up the paper and take out your die cut. Now the other purpose of these holes is also to help remove any leftover material that is stuck in the die once you have finished die cutting. So with quite a few dies, once you've finished your die cut, you'll actually end up with pieces left over that are not part of your finished die cut. And by pushing through all of those before you put this away onto your magnetic sheet, it will mean that it is ready to go next time that you want to use it. You don't have to do any prep work, and your dies will always give you perfectly clean, crisp die cuts for years to come. So a really simple video today. Like I said, it is just a very quick Tip Tuesday, just to help you get the most out of your dies and keep them cutting for you for a long time, really sort of preserving your investment in your craft supplies. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed and learned something from this video today. If you have, please give the video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. I post videos twice a week on all different types of things, including tips and tricks, as well as longer project tutorials. All of the products that I've shown today, including this gorgeous curvy variety bundle, will be available through my Stampin' Up store, and I'll leave a link to that in the description box below for you so you can pick that up. And don't forget, these products are limited edition, especially the Christmas stamp set and designer series papers. So if you want those, get those quickly before they sell out or are no longer available. If you are based in the UK and you don't currently have a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you'd like a copy of our current catalogues, there'll be a link in the description box below for you where you can request a copy of those, and I'll get them straight out into the post for you. If you have any questions about using dies or how to store them or anything to do with Stampin' Up, then please do pop them into the comments box below. I'd be happy to help you out. Thank you again for joining me today, and I hope to see you again in my craft room very soon. Bye bye!